Hi, I'm Steve Seamands. I'm a retired professor of Christian doctrine at Asbury Seminary, and I've written Follow the Healer because I believe that many people that get involved in healing ministry today are taught certain basics when it comes to the how-tos of healing, but they're not given a theological framework out of which to do their healing ministry. And so many of the difficulties and distortions and problems in healing ministry actually occur because folks don't have a basic understanding of the theology of healing or the theological framework for healing. So I've written this book out of my own experience, both in teaching theology and in the practice of healing prayer over the years, to sort of answer that or to deal with that particular problem that I see out there. And let me just give you one example real quick. Is healing primarily about the love of God, or is it primarily about the power of God? Oftentimes, healing ministry is understood more about power than it is about love, and yet I believe if we understand it correctly, it's really more about God's love, and it's out of love that healing flows. Well, if you understand that correctly, it shapes the way you go about doing healing ministry. For example, you're going to treat people with dignity and consideration in a way that you might not if it's all about power. You're going to want to see people, above all, experience God's love for them even more than healing, as they particularly would like to see it happen. So that's just one little example of why I think a theology of healing really matters and shapes what you do in healing ministry. And I'm hoping that this book can appeal to both evangelicals and folks in the church that have been a little bit suspicious of and scared of healing ministry, and on the other hand to charismatics and Pentecostals who've been very engaged in healing ministry but sometimes have not done it in a very theologically nuanced or deeply theologically understanding, a good understanding of theology way. So I'm hoping that this can kind of bring the whole church together, because the main thing is that Jesus wants to give his healing ministry back to the church today. And he's drawing us to that ministry as never before because it's a part of his ministry and he wants us in on it.